Okay, now you can hear that I put in a little bit of a fluff there, and I'll just show you where that is. Now, just come back here. This little set of tools up here is called the toolbox, and this I-beam, as it's called, is the selector tool. Now, wherever I click with my left mouse button, will play from that point. Now, to play, I can press the button here, the play arrow, or I can hit my space key. That will start and stop. I look forward to speaking to you. Okay, so that's the point that I'd like to edit and how we can possibly treat it. I look forward to speaking to you. Okay, so that's the part that we want out. So I just click with my left mouse button and I drag to the right and I hit the delete key, and you can see that the next part, I'll just undo that. That's the Control Z key, and when I hit delete again, you'll see that this part here shuffles down and replaces this. There we go, and I'll just play from here and how we can possibly treat it. I look forward to speaking to you shortly. Fantastic. Now I'm just going to trim that little bit of outro there, and I'm going to put in, I'm just selecting that left mouse button again and click and drag, and I'll bring my tools over here and I'm going to the effect menu and I'm going to fade out just so it's got a nice little fade. I look forward to speaking to you shortly. Okay, nice. Alrighty, now one other thing that we can do, I'll just go to the start and trim this beginning. Hello, I'm Glenn Heaton and welcome to my... Right, I'll just take that out there so it's nice and tight. Hello, I'm Glenn Heaton. There we go. Now, another thing that you can do to make your introduction very professional is to add a piece of background music. Now, when you're using background music, you need to make sure that you're using music that you have the rights and the license to use. You can't just use a piece of music off a CD that has been released or performed by artists. You can't necessarily use royalty-free music. If you pay for a license for royalty-free music, you might find that you can only use it for certain types of things. You mightn't be able to use it to reduplicate on another CD, for example, which is what you want to do here. So when you're using music, make sure that you have music that you do legally have the rights for. People get busted, and it's not pretty because there's law cases, there's lawsuits, fines, hefty fines, particularly if it's from a major record company. It's just not worth the effort. So use pieces of music that you have the rights to use. Now I'm just going to show you how we do that. First of all, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. I'm going to come to my project menu and import some audio, and I'm just going to navigate to a track here. Now, as it imports, it will open up a new track. Now you can see that it's imported the music into a new track. I'm going back to my selector tool, and I'm just going to trim this piece of music because it's a little bit longer than I want. And I come to this slide tool here, this one with the two arrows, and I can drag. I'm just clicking with my left mouse button and dragging that audio there so it sits in the middle. Now, what happens when I play? Well, when these two pieces of audio are at the same point in time, they're going to clash because you can see that the levels are quite loud. So I'll just show you there what happens. Hello, I'm Glenn Heaton and welcome to my therapy practice. I cover a number of problems that you may be experiencing. Now you can see there that the music is just a touch loud for what is comfortable to make your voice be the dominant thing that we're listening to. So what we can do is trim or change the volume level of this part here, and you can see I'm using the mouse and I'm putting in a little bit of a curve there. I'm describing a bit of an arc. Now that's what we'll do with this tool here called the envelope tool. I'm going to click and make a point there, and click and make a point here, and I'm just dragging with my mouse, left click and dragging. I'm just going to move that a little bit down there, and I'm making another point here and another point here, and I'm going to raise that. So I just click and drag in an upwards direction. Now you'll hear what happens when I play this time. Hello, I'm Glenn Heaton and welcome to my therapy practice. I cover a number of problems that you may be experiencing, and all you need to... Okay, now you can hear that the music went down, it dipped, we've got a little bit of a valley here. This is called a donut, where we've got a top and a tail and a hole in the middle, and the voice just sits in that hole, and as I play the outro, read it. I look forward to speaking to you shortly. You can hear the music come back up again there. So that's great. So we've got our introduction. How do we get that onto a CD? Well, it's quite simple. We bring our mouse over here, we click with our left mouse button, and we drag and we bring our mouse up there so it includes that top track, and we come down there so that everything is highlighted in dark grey. we come to the File menu and we go Export Selection as MP3. Now I'm going to just save this in my desktop. You can see my desktop there, and I'm just going to call it Test. Now when I hit Save, it will I've already got one from Test, so I'm just going to replace it, and it brings up this box here, and this is for MP3 tags, they're called. It's ways of identifying what an MP3 file is. You don't really need to worry about that at this point, so we just click OK, and then you can see that it's exporting our audio file with our little dip in it. It's got our music dip, everything there. It's all as one file now, just as you'd hear from a normal CD. And then you can take that file and import it into a program like iTunes and burn a CD. You can add other tracks, you can add music tracks or other spoken visualizations and the like, and create a CD. So that's all it takes. It's that simple. The only time there is really to write your script and practice it a couple of times and actually do that recording and the little mix. So it's very simple. You could have a CD business card done in very easily half an hour, and that's it. You don't have to do that every time. Once you make that file, you can just burn that CD every time your recording's done. If you want to update it, of course, you can do whatever you like and record as many as you like. But if you wanted a generic introduction and CD business card for your practice and your business, that's all you need to do. So it's very simple. It's free. Can't beat the price there. The CDs will cost you anywhere from 20 to 50 cents with a label and doing your own printing, and it's just a very, very effective way of presenting your business to new prospects. So I'm sure you will have gotten something out of that for your marketing, for your practice. So go ahead and give it a try. It's not hard, and just a couple of mouse clicks, you've got your own business card CD. Thanks for watching.